Hello and welcome back to our Let's Play of Civilization 6 as the Hungarian Empire. We've just completed a war with Christina and we're about to get a trader and then start settling our cities. I don't know why I'm recapping right now. You already know this from seeing me do it just a few minutes ago, unless you're stumbling into this episode 3 or 4 or whatever this is. Yeah, it's episode 4, so I guess thanks for watching. I'll always leave a link in the cards to check out the whole playlist. Anyway, I've decided that I'm going to keep Magnus in the capital for just a minute, because the capital will only take 6 turns to produce the next settler compared to Esdragom, which is going to take 18 turns. That is going to be boosted by 1 more population. It's currently at 6 production, right? So I'm about to work another +3 production tile. So my production's about to go from 6 to 9. If I basically take that ratio, if I divide the new by the old, that would be about 3 halves. So it's basically like taking 6 and multiplying it by 3/2, which is the same thing as taking this cost and multiplying it by the reciprocal 2/3, right? So the fraction that I multiply my production by is 3/2. So I then multiply all these costs by 2/3, which means that this settler, in 1 turn from now, this settler will take me 12, maybe 13 turns to produce. Anyway, it's still very, very much a deal in the capital. I'm still trying to decide whether I want this city or not. I think the first priority is to settle this city and then try and settle one of these and maybe get a couple of cities across this northern part of the world before Christina gets there. Because if we can squeeze her in, then she's no longer a viable player that will win a diplomatic victory, although she's accruing quite a bit of diplomatic favor. I've basically been throwing diplomatic favor onto her for the entire game. I suppose another goal could be to go meet Greece. She has open borders with me, so let's go actually meet Greece and say hi to him and start being able to trade with him. Yeah. Let me know in the comments if you want a better explanation of all of that math. I've decided... Oh no, we lost our warrior there. I thought that I would be able to keep him, but I guess not. I've decided that recording videos is perhaps the best thing that ever happened to my games of Civ, because I typically marathon them, and having the natural breakpoints, like being able to find a natural breakpoint that like it feels good to pause here, like I'm right about to do my settler pop, so this is a natural breakpoint, so I can get up and get some decaf coffee. I always like playing Civ and having decaf coffee. It makes me feel like an adult, you know. It makes me feel okay. I'm fully self-aware here. I realize that I have sort of a higher pitched voice, and that also I in real life I do have a baby face as well. So for me to say like, yeah, I like drinking coffee and doing other adult things, like, oh gosh. And I'm putting on this on the internet for all time. That's what I'm going to be known for. I'm going to be known for being a poser. I also don't want to swear for YouTube. And because they're kids. You never know when kids are watching. Oh, I forgot that the bonus production, I thought very carefully about the settler, but I forgot that the bonus production was from the Oracle. Okay, we've got another governor, or government. Okay, I could go for autocracy, which might be the way to go because I don't have any theater squares or campuses finished yet. I'm pretty behind on both culture and science. And I'm about to go Owls of Minerva, which will give me a 3rd diplomatic, or a 3rd slot. Which reminds me, I probably should be sending this envoy over to Mitla to get science per turn. It's been a while, and that also gives me a chance to join the Owls, which did not happen. At some point, I will just give up and I'll go for the Hermetic Order. Although, it would be better to do that before the districts are down. No, we're in it to win it. We're going to get those envoys. Does the diplomatic order provide envoy points? +1 envoy if built next to the city center. So you do get an envoy, which is another chance to join the Owls. Where could I build it next to the city center? I suppose I could build it right here. I could build it right here and then maybe build a commercial hub right here. And it's a +2 hub. Well, actually, this is not the government plaza. It doesn't give +1 adjacency, so... I kind of like the idea of a commercial hub right here, but then maybe Esdragom would build the diplomatic quarter. Maybe right there. She's got catapults. What's she doing with those catapults? Is she trying to attack me again? I'm going to try and improve my relationship with her. Minus 25, minus 18, minus 3, minus 2. Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to work. She's probably just going to go to war with me as soon as she feels like she has an opportunity. But she'll never feel that way because she doesn't have a good military. She's good friends with Greece now. Alright, and I think we'll just take a fortify there. Let him come attack into me if he wants. This builder's going to continue to go towards that amber. And that's the next turn. Oh, we have to choose government. Okay, so I have 1, maybe 2 military policies that I would like to run. Getting a galley wouldn't be so bad because then I could start exploring. Well, it is a continents map. I think I'm going to start playing on different map types because I'm getting a little bored of the continents thing. Classical republics might be a way to go because so many of my cities actually need the housing, right? Like this is at 2 out of 3 housing. This is at 2 out of 3 housing. It's about to be, yeah, I think I'll go classical republic because so many of my cities are off water. Yikes. Plus, it has the best distribution of policy cards. I'm losing out on 1 science and 1 culture per turn, up to 2 if I ever build the palace. But I'm actually building settlers in the capital. So we're going to take Corvée out. We've got colonization in. I'm going to go for urban planning here. We're going to take charismatic leader. And then maybe inspiration. Actually, let's see who's up. Abu has Hypatia. So that's not that important anymore. Corvée is out. Urban planning is in. Colonization is in. I think I'll take conscription. I might as well run conscription for a moment or two. I'm probably not going to keep conscription in, but it does give me 30% of my gold per turn at this very moment. There's Greece. Hello. Can I sample your hospitality? Can I send you a delegation? There you go. And he has grievances from other players against us. That's interesting. So he's upset because I have grievances against Christina. That'll actually decline over time, and then he'll ultimately have a positive relationship with me, I believe. What was her society? She's Void Singers, so she's going to be even more upset with me. So there's a denouncement. That's precisely what she would be doing if she were to go to war with me. Gosh, so many freaking swords. I think I have to back up with this archer. I don't want to absorb a shock or a hit from a sword. We'll fortify here, and we'll keep fortified there. Do I have to build a little bit more military to deal with this situation? I think I need to bop this slinger. And then maybe I lose this warrior. We could build a horse for era score. Would take 4 turns. So we delay every city by 4 turns just to get some era score. Like, a settler is currently the same price as a horseman in terms of turns. Oops. Yeah. 110 production versus 80 production. But we get the 50% bonus. I could take a road to Pest, or I could take a road to Greece. She's denounced me. But a road to Stockholm would give me science. A road to Yunkami would also give me science. Well, there's not going to be any improving of our relationship with her for a little bit. She's going to have grievances, and they're just going to have to decline over time. So we'll start improving our relationship with Greece. And we'll start exploring his territory. Let's actually ask for open borders, because that will further improve our relationship with him. We must pay for it. How much do you value diplomatic favor? 9 gold per turn, or 9 gold, and no ivory. Actually, we're about to connect amber this turn. There's some amber. 5 gold per turn. It's gonna be better than Christina's deal. She doesn't even want it. She'll give me 1 gold for ivory. So the fact that she denounced me actually reduced her grievances against us. That's kind of cool. She's going to convert us to her religion, and that's fine with me. Oh, we've got a promotion here. That's really good, because now we can take Battle Cry. I think if I fortify here, I'm still dead, so I'm going to run away. And we can get the kill on the swordsman, I think. Which means we absorb a hit from the slinger, but then we kill that slinger. That's fine. She's sending catapults into the water. Is she going to try and attack me? Is that what this is? Yes, she's going to try and attack me. You go for it. You do that. See how that does for you. There's a +3 air score, campus, so now we actually have some good science economy. I think I'll build a settler out of here, after all. 8 turns per settler isn't that bad. 9 production. Oh, the policy card is in. Yeah, because this would be 12 turns, right? But now it's 8 turns because we have another 50% increase in the amount of production that we're getting, which is ultimately multiplying that 12 turns to complete by 2/3. So now it's down to 8 turns to complete. Wow, that slinger did not do what I was expecting it to do. Regardless, we can get the kill on it. And then we'll move forward with this archer and take an attack there. And he can't attack me across the river. He can only attack this warrior. Speaking of which, we can actually have this warrior fall back now because it's going to absorb so much. Well, he's going to get the river defense. I think I can survive one more hit, and then if I do, then I can take a couple more bops. Meanwhile, I'm going to move this warrior away and back into my territory. We finally have fish in the water. Alright, there's drama and poetry. Our capital is up to 4 population, so we're good for another district. I'm going to move this over just in case the scout could potentially attack me. I don't think so because it's across a river. And so we're going to immediately place our theater square district right here. Because it's a +2 square, it'll become a +3. It'll actually become a +4 once we finish the plaza. But actually we get the discount because it will only take me 5 turns to complete as opposed to 7. That's one thing I think this game is missing is a bonus production towards district card or something like that. I know Merchant Republic is a government that does that, but could be kind of cool to have that. I'm going to go towards defensive tactics because I have an enemy next to my borders that's upset with me. I don't think I can get the bonus for this. Can I build a builder out of here really quick? 11 turns. No, I don't think I can get the bonus. I'll just hard build it, and then we want to move back towards masonry, I think. I am delaying my commercial hubs quite a bit. But that's okay. I'm building harbors, and harbors are effectively the same thing. So what do we want in Pest? We could work on this campus, which might not be a bad idea because we're actively under attack by an enemy. Well, I shouldn't say we're actively under attack by an enemy. That's a misstatement. War appears imminent and unavoidable. So I like our current mix. I could take bonus production towards builders because there are a few cities that I want to build builders in, but I kind of like the idea of waiting for feudalism. Because we never got the pyramids. What tiles could I improve? I could build a farm triangle in Esdragom. I could chop out this settler. That's the sad thing about Magnus, is that he's established in this city, but then I can no longer make any more chops. I could actually chop out a settler in Esdragom, or 2. Like, let's see, 1, 2, 3 chops. That's a whole builder. Maybe I move Magnus to Esdragom and start having Esdragom chop out settlers. Especially because I could get him there before Esdragom actually finishes that settler, and he still has provision. I like that plan. Let's do that. Which means we need to swap out conscription. We're now making enough gold per turn that the archers aren't that important. We'll grab Ilkham, because we're probably going to make a builder out of the capital. Okay, what's the production like on a settler in Buda? 6 turns versus another 8 turns. We could build a builder out of here pretty fast, though. We could actually start building a few builders for our empire. I'm going to move this settler over to that city. And then try and get one more city right here. If I can get the cities toward the northern side of the... Or, yeah, if I could get those coastal cities, that could be pretty good. Although, the fact that Christina is mad at me is a little concerning. Because this city's not very defensible. How long will it take her to be less upset? Don't know. Don't know, don't care. So now I'm going to start moving towards getting a clear on this camp because we've survived the raid. But yeah, I'm thinking that if I... Oh, gosh. If I settle here and then settle here, that'll be really strong towards penning Christina in. She won't be able to settle this land over here, and then I might be able to take some of this for myself rather than having Greece or Sweden take it, and then that allows me to backsettle this at my leisure. Okay, fortifying this warrior because he's near death. This city, should I buy a granary in here? I probably should. We do have a merchant republic, which should be giving us +1 housing in here, right? All cities with a district receive +1 housing and +1 amenity. Oh my gosh. It's just so bad. The housing bonus. Ugh. I like Merchant Republic for all the economic slots, but it's just so bad. Do I buy this granary? I think I should buy this granary. How much production have I put into it? Come on, show me. What? Can I freaking see the production? Cute. 21 out of 65. There it is. It took me a minute. So 21 more turns at this rate. Because there are no production tiles. It doesn't have any production in this city. This city's just so bad. Why would you settle it this way? Urgh. I could actually swap out this tile and then maybe work. Let's see. Let's see what we can do here. I'd have to buy this tile in order to get this mine, or this hill, and then turn it into a mine. Well, we'll just have to deal with this for now. It's just not going to be a very good city for a long, long time. That scout's gone. There we go. Gonna move this archer over here. I realize this archer is way, way out of position, but that's okay with me for now. There's celestial navigation. I'm a little bit regretting the strategic resources thing because I only have 1 source of iron. I really thought that some of these hills would be iron, but whatever. What can you do? Lady of the Reeds and Marshes would be really good for a city like this, because if I could settle it right on this tile, that's a 2-2 tile, it's a hill tile. So I could keep this tile good if I settled here and built this harbor here, but then having a +4 harbor is so much better. But anyway, I could settle with this tile and then have a 3-2 tile to work. But why am I complaining about that? I don't know. She's got a catapult here. How long has it been since she announced me? It's been enough turns that she could declare war on me. Oh man, if she takes this settler, I'll be pretty upset. I think I'll just skip a turn and see what she does. If she like crosses the river or does something like that, then I'll probably move. But if she moves down even onto this tile, then I think I'm probably safe to move in. Meanwhile, I could bring this warrior over here to help protect this the settler. How did we get down to 4 population? Oh, we never took provision. That is so frustrating because I just forgot about it. And we also forgot to move him. Oh well, I'll live with that mistake. That's just like a min-maxing thing. It's not really going to be that crucial to anything. So we're going to reassign Magnus to Esztergom. We're going to go ahead and take the provision on him this time. We're moving this builder towards chopping out these settlers, and I'm going to delay the settler by 1 turn. I'll probably dump 1 turn into a library or something like that. And do I produce 1 more settler or 1 more builder out of here while I have the card in? Let's see, chop, chop, chop. That's a chop as well. Actually, that's only 3 chops. I might want to keep that for... Is this a... Yeah, that's a hill house. So there's 4 chops. Yeah, I should probably build 1 more builder, and then I'll build my government plaza. So we can send an envoy. I think I'll send an envoy to Armagh. If I wait till the diplomatic card, then that might actually double the number of envoys I sent, which... Okay, I didn't join the Owls. The reason I did that now is that I'm trying... Oops, I forgot to actually move 1 at a time. I'm trying to join the Owls, and the longer the game goes, the more invitations they send, the fewer or the less likely they are to send an invitation. But it's okay. I don't actually need their benefit that early. I'm running enough economic policy cards, although... Ouch! Okay, so this archer is in dire situation. It's oof. So I move back and take a shot here. If I let this slinger take a hit on him, he dies. This archer is just dead. Maybe this slinger will want to shoot this archer instead. This spearman will definitely come kill this archer. This slinger might not kill this archer. He might shoot here. If I get lucky. Okay, so she moved back. If she moves forward again, then I'll be in a little bit of trouble. But I don't think she will. Yeah, she moved back again. And then someone finished Hanging Gardens. Okay, yeah, he did the smart thing. So I'm going to move towards the camp and also take a shot. And then next turn, I will clear the camp if I get the chance. Oh, I won't be able to because it's on a rainforest tile. So I'll move and shoot again and then clear the camp. On the bright side, I do lose out, or I no longer have to make that maintenance cost happen. I gain a gold per turn. What am I? I'm so inefficient with words. It's late at night. Okay, look, I worked all day, okay? I came home, and I'm like, I'm gonna play some Civ. I'm gonna record it for posterity's sake, for the whole internet to see how I play this game. There are people that like to watch me, and so I'll indulge them. And I'm just out of energy, so... Talking and playing is actually kind of difficult. That city state is ours. I suggest you don't interfere. Blah, blah, blah. He's gonna be upset with me. That's the worst possible thing that could happen, because now I need to move this back, and I'm going to lose this archer. That's the absolute worst thing that could happen. So I guess I'm gonna have to build a horse at some point. Okay, Magnus is going to take 2 turns to establish. The settler is done next turn. So I'm going to put some time towards a library in this city. Just to save myself that population. It'll be very, very important for this city because it doesn't have the tiles to sustain population growth. Alright, let's go ahead and found our city here. I think I like this tile the best. I don't get a discounted campus, but I do get a discounted aqueduct, dam, and industrial zone. And then this will also be a dam from Buddha, which will be discounted. So I like this settle the best. That also allows me to put a harbor here and get some adjacency on that harbor. Speaking of which, I researched harbors, and then I totally forgot. You know, it's really important to put all your harbors down. Let's lock in this harbor's price first, because the city has no production. Right? That seems like the right call. Like, well, we might even need to chop out this harbor. How much does it cost to make this harbor? Queue the harbor. 131 production for this harbor. A chop is currently like half of that. Yeah, 48 production. It's up to 72 with Magnus. So it's actually probably worth it to go establish Magnus just to chop out this harbor when I can. I need an industrial zone in here really bad. I need to get these tiles from the capital. Like, I need to move them up here. So if I can grow towards this tile, that'd be the best. I actually have 300 gold in my bank. I should spend it on something. Maybe I spend it on a better tile for Pex to work, like that one? Or do I go ahead and... I think this city has decent production. Like, this city has garbage production. This one is okay. This one actually has pretty good production. So I think the next harbor to lock in is... Well, this one has okay production too, and it's well established. Yeah, I'll go ahead and lock in the price of the harbor in Pex. 147. Yeah, that's fine. But I want to work on a monument first to get myself some extra culture and expand the borders towards those tiles that are good it could grow towards. And then we'll also lock in the price of this harbor here. So much land that I just didn't have access to this game. Alright, so we... I am going to want to settle near her again, so let's just take this. Let's just take our Diplo, or our, yeah, so we lost a unit. We're raiding again? How are we raiding again? Were you not finished with the raid before? I don't understand. So now I'm in a much worse position with this raid. I've got to produce towards a military, which I've already done. I've lost both of my archers. What is happening with my... I think my game is a little bit... There it goes. I'm really upset. I lost both of my archers. Which I thought was a pretty basic clear. And we only settled one city on our great settling. Oh, actually, you know what, this is episode 4, and I record double-length episodes after the first 3, just to make sure that I don't have too many uploads. Yeah, so we're continuing to go. I think I have to actually put some time towards a horse. Maybe I just buy a horse. Buy 2 horsemen. 80 production. 320 gold. 320 gold for this, or 5 turns, especially if I get in the card. I think I can hold off on this raid for just a minute. Gets one more settler out of this capital. Let's build a mine here, and then let's try and share it across these 2 cities. I'm going to go ahead and buy this tile so that I can flip it either way. But we'll keep it in the capital for just a hot minute. Because what else do we work in here? I guess I could work the grassland and the mine. That might be okay. Well, we're actually not growing in this city. Yeah, so we want to swap this tile for sure. So I might as well work the 1 gold, 1 culture. I'm gonna station this guy in Pex. Actually, I should probably move him towards this military problem. Although he's outdated, so he's not gonna really do anything. Yeah, he's fine just where he is. Okay, 1 more turn till Magnus establishes. Who got money? Where? What? I don't understand. Oh, I got money from that camp. Okay, 8 turns until the classical era is over. That means the medieval, like the barbarians had crossbows before the medieval era even began. That's obnoxious. So now I'm going to send this builder over here to start chopping out these settlers. We've got a settler finished in here. So I'm going to remove this library. Agnes does have provision. Don't make the same mistake twice. Alright, I'm going to skip this turn. I don't really need to chop just yet. Does it hurt to chop out? I say go ahead and chop it. Because that way I can use that overflow production towards another settler. Well, one turn we'll get currency. And if we get currency, then we might actually get more production. Refusing that demand, because you never give in to the demand of the AI. How many grievances? She has 8 grievances against us now. I think if I settle that city, I'm golden, right? Settler lends -9 loyalty per turn, but I can stabilize that loyalty. Meanwhile, that pens her in. She can't go anywhere. That means she'll resort to war with me for sure. Unless I start bribing her. What is her... -18, probably because I went to war with her. And then I don't have a very good culture game. If I trade with her, then that gets up to +3. I could send her a gift of 100 gold for 9. Let's see. These are bounced out, so I'm currently at a -16. So I could do a real dent in this negative opinion of me. I think I'm going to settle one more city near her and see what that looks like after that. Do I settle this -6 loyalty per turn tile that's closer to my empire? It doesn't have the bananas. I might actually just buy the bananas, but it's actually more defensible because it can only be attacked from a couple of tiles in this direction. And then I have units that I could back it up with. So we'll settle right there. Although that doesn't zone her out quite as strongly. I'm literally just settling this to pin her in and make her loyalty life difficult. Alright, I think it's time for an apprenticeship and then like getting bonus protection towards mines and then plopping down this industrial zone. +3 housing in cities with governors. That might be really exactly what we need because we're about to settle a bunch of cities that don't have housing. We already have cities that are bleeding for housing. There's not really much of a point in moving Pingala right this second. Although I could finish this theater square and then move Pingala and then get grants. This city is, yeah, it actually needs Pingala for loyalty reasons. Does it have its monument? I think I bought its monument. Well, we'll keep him in there for a little while because we want to build the audience chamber, which means we can delay the theater square for just a moment. Let's get the audience chamber, and that way pests can grow. Yeah, that works. We do have a governor title. I think I want to save that for grants. Well, we're actually about to get the audience chamber. Is there anything else that could benefit? Could be of benefit. Maybe Reina or maybe Liang because I'm actually building a couple builders. I could put Liang in the capital and then move some builders around. Or I could put Reina in one of these harbor cities. Acquire tiles in the city faster. I like the idea of Reina. What is the audience chamber again? +1 amenity and +3 housing in cities with governors, -2 loyalty in cities without governors. So that effectively like forces me to keep a governor in pest, at least for the short term. This is fine on loyalty. Yeah, let's get Reina. It gives me a little bit of tile acquisition over here. And ultimately, I'll probably want her Harbor Master ability. And we didn't actually increase anything from this, from waiting to chop, but that's okay. You can just chop out that settler. And then I can come chop here and build a mine. Oh, she settled. Well, she did to me before I did unto her. So our next priority is this city. That means I don't think we get any of these cities, honestly, unless I go to war with her and take this city from her. Can I win off of this empire? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cities. I mean, it is 10 cities. They're not the highest quality cities that I've ever seen. I'm going to send this settler up here. Because now we need this city, even though it's a dumpster fire. Which also means we need to work towards construction, because we're going to need to buy a builder so we can improve these tiles. We're going to have to work the fish to get extra food for this city. We're going to have to buy a granary for housing. And then just like basically sit here and pray that we ever get up to the right amount of population. Farm triangle could also work in here to get us extra housing. And I could also actually buy down to this horse tile before I settled this city. Where are my districts in this city going to go? Are they going to go on this side, or are they going to go on this side? I know I want a harbor. Where's the Statue of Liberty going to go? Probably in this city. This is the best production city that I've seen. This one's okay with the horses. But this has, let's see. This is a hill, this is a hill, this is a mine within it. Yeah, so this is going to be our Statue of Liberty right here. And the Statue of Liberty provides all cities within 6 tiles will remain 100% loyal, which is pest. So that's kind of neat. And then if I get lucky, maybe there's like an island over here or something like that. Which means it might be worth a galley for Eris Gore. I am making 5 faith per turn. If I grabbed a quick holy site and tried to go for a golden age... Oh wait, 6 turns until the arrow's over. Never mind. What am I doing? Okay, I think I'm going to try to win off of a smaller empire here. This is 10 cities, and they're not super good cities. Maybe 11 cities if I settle one right here. Is there any way to get onto the water? If I settle right here and then... Yeah, maybe, I guess. Okay, well. That's that. She beat me to it. What can I say? We have this builder coming down here in 3 turns. This builder can make it in 3 turns. Okay, so we'll just move this builder over here. Alright. Settle our worst city first. The reason I'm doing that is because I want that harbor to be as cheap as possible. Alright, so now we move this settler and we come settle over here. Actually, I want to build the Statue of Liberty in this city, which makes it a higher priority. Although there are barbarians around there. So I think I have to delay that city. I'm going to move this warrior out and use him as an escort. And speaking of which, I'm going to use this warrior as an escort for this settler. I shouldn't be queuing up these actions, actually. That's a good way to lose your settlers. Yeah. We have another settler we can produce out of here. 10 turns. How about with a chop? How much will it take? 5 turns. We can chop out one more settler, and then we might actually move Magnus back to Buddha to produce the rest of them, because I don't have any more real good chops in here. I kind of want more lumber mills. Like, yeah. Chop mine. Chop mine. Right now I only have chop, mine, chop. I don't have enough charges for that. Ooh, I can get a kill. Look at that. Ooh, there's a wonder here. Do I save that for a next era? I think I probably do. Oh. Okay. That's a barbarian battering ram? I didn't know that barbarians had battering rams. And I think I'm going to send this archer back home. Now that I know that this land is going to go to Christina and not to me, I have to take him home. Christina's going to be a really, really strong rival in the diplomatic game, but I think she'll probably ultimately go for a culture victory. I can at least hope that she will. And we'll definitely get the Statue of Liberty, which is going to be in our favor. We also want to build the Patala Palace, which is probably going to go right here. That's our only university next to a mountain. Which means, is this a chop now or is this a chop later? I think this is a chop now then, because I can keep this tile with a little bit of extra production on it. Yes, so where is the Patala Palace? That's going to be important. P-O-T-A-L-A. Patala Palace. 1060 production. It requires astronomy. Must be built on a hill adjacent to a mountain. So actually I could build it anywhere. Like I could build it right there in the capital, which has really good production as well. So maybe that's not a chop. Because I could always just build it on like this tile or this tile or this tile. Whew, boy, I have 600 gold. I have not been managing my empire correctly because I have 600 gold in the bank. Let's buy a granaries for these cities. Like this city's gonna really need some help, so I'll save that gold for that city. There's defensive tactics. So where are we on our relationship? These negative influences are sort of falling off. I'm going to send her 100 gold. Okay. And now I'm going to ask her if she wants ivory. She'll take it for 1 gold. The important thing is that we're trading with her. Let's see if we can sell her a horse for 100 gold. Or for 1 gold, sorry. That way we're technically trading with her. I'm going to send a trader to her as well when my trader comes back. This one was coming up here, so move over here, move over here. It's a shame we don't have good rivers. I think I build this city here and then have districts across the river here, like a commercial hub, maybe a campus or something like that. This could also have the diplomatic quarter. Actually, this city could take the diplomatic quarter because if I meet other city-states that have production bonuses, then that city could get bonus production, which it will need. This city needs bonus production as well, although it's going to get an industrial zone. Well, alright, well, okay, we finished defensive tactics. Let's go for feudalism because we're gonna need to build some builders eventually. I think I keep grants on Pingala because this is now only rising at 4.1 loyalty per turn. So I'm gonna remove this woods and then place a mine here, and then I'm going to chop this. This settler could go... I kind of like the idea of settling here and then building an aqueduct, but this is technically one more housing. I think this tile is the right tile to go to for that city. This is definitely the right tile to go to for this city. I kind of like the idea of loaning the horses to this city for a moment or two, which means settling that city's not the right call yet. I want to settle this city, the city next to Pamukkale. And let's go ahead and lock in the price of this commercial hub. Right? Where am I building the commercial hub in Buda? Maybe I'm not. Buda can't really grow quite yet. Maybe I just like wait and then maybe place it on that one. I think the next district ought to be a campus in Buda. I should probably build a campus right there. And I want to place Ouroboros Theater Square here, although I'm never going to get there. Like, it's going to just take forever for the city to grow. Now that, speaking of which, now that I actually am growing, I should be working this rice tile. Now that I have housing in here. 3 turns for a library. Right? Yeah, I think 3 turns for a library is a good enough... Well, actually, this is, no. That's overflow production. Which means that if I switched away, I wouldn't get the 50% bonus towards settlers. Depending, I think I'm going to try to improve my relationship with Christina, so I'm not going to run the Limes card just yet. I'm instead going to try and trade with her and send her gold and do all the things that friends ought to do for friends. She's going to like me that I'm on her religion side, I bet. And do I build this grassland mine, or do I think I build the grassland mine for better food economy? The plains mine will be just fine as well, but I'm going to go ahead and chop it. Are you really going to work that 1-2 tile now? You're definitely going to change, aren't you? Yes, okay. So what do I do in Pest? I finished the campus. I think I start the harbor. Start working on that. Because once I get the harbor and the lighthouse, then the city can continue to grow. Maybe one day it won't actually even need Pingala. Like, it doesn't even need Pingala right now, but it needs Pingala for housing, not for loyalty purposes. We're going to move this up here, and we're going to settle this city. Okay, I like where this is headed. We boosted recorded history. Didn't realize that was what was possible. Oh, this is supposed to be an escort formation. What are you all doing? There's our medieval era. Let's make our dedication here. I think I take free inquiry again because don't have anything else to do. Now let's go find this wonder. There's Pio Pio Tahi. Ooh, what the heck? Who did I just order to go all that way? I do not know, but I am a little bit peeved about it. I'm gonna escort with the scout because that's really strong. That's a good thing. I'm gonna need to build a horse before I settle this up. Who am I kidding? Let's take the production discount because we're about to start producing some horses to clear that camp. And then let's take scientific city-state. Why not? Oh, I'm actually playing a Diplo game, so I need to win these. Okay, so that actually matters what people vote for. Usually they vote for a discount, and I think it's usually production. And then this, I really don't know. I'm going to just vote for scientific city-state because that's the one that I know exists. And I'll commit one more vote to it and just see what happens. I'm going to cross my finger. So we actually got both Diplo victory points, didn't we? Yes, we did. Actually, I wanted to see the votes there. Oops. Last session results, yeah. So I chose production, everyone else chose production, and my vote really didn't make a big difference. And sovereignty. I just voted with the pack is all. Although I did make the winning call here by committing one more favor to this. I actually got both me and Christina to win. No, wait, these are all different types. I thought they were all religious for a second. So the bad news is I think Christina also just got 2 victory points, right? She only got 1 victory point then. Okay. I'm being scouted again. This is really, really annoying. I'm going to take out Ilkum. I'm going to plug in Maneuver so I can build a couple horsies. And then I'll have to plug in the Discipline card. What do I go for in technology? I think I go for an apprenticeship because I technically have mines on the board. If I can build just one more mine, then I can get that boosted. Which means if I can get one more builder somewhere. Probably up here. I'll probably have to build a lumber mill anyway. And then I could just move that builder. Well, there are no wrinkles over here. I could buy this tile and build a mine there, but ugh. So maybe I don't send a builder over there just yet. Maybe I buy a builder and Aztecom to build this mine. This would also be a good place to buy a builder, but not at the moment. Okay, it's time to appoint Liang because I want somebody to be making better builders. And I think maybe I'll put Liang in Pest so that I can remove Pingala and assign him to Buddha. And then once Pest finishes its harbor, I really don't see much else that it really needs to do other than build builders. Maybe I should buy this tile because that's technically, after mercantilism, that's a lumber mill. And the more we pen in Christina, the better off we are. Question mark. That was not a very important tile. I probably shouldn't have bought it. I'm very worried about the barbarian threat here. I'm not going to settle this city yet. Does that mean I settle this city? I think it does. It also means that I'm living with an extra settler, so it's probably not worth it to commit to settlers right now. Okay, we want to try to win this aid request, which we can do by having a strong enough gold economy. I didn't expect these emergencies to crop up this early, but we'll see where we are when against Christina, when the end of that happens. I might have to sacrifice this. I might have to let her get those victory points. Although it is a couple of victory points, or it is two points, and 2 points is 10% of the game. Yeah, I'm gonna go settle this city. So where could I? I'm gonna build another horseman. It's 2 production. That should probably get me the clear on this camp so I can settle that city. Where could I get an aid request? 16 turns for send aid and it only gives me 50 points. And this is one of our better production cities. I think I just have to give this one up. If anything, I'll win it on the back of gold. Did I ever place this commercial hub? I guess I never did. Oops. That's a +3 hub if I get the adjacency. I think I'll just take the +2. And keep the better tile that I can then... yeah, build a lumber mill on later. Okay, so we're ready to settle this city. That does permanently take one of the horses away from the capital, which is sad, but sometimes that's what you gotta do. Is it really working, this 1-1 tile? It doesn't have anything better to do with its time? Okay. But anyway, we can go ahead and build ourselves a harbor in here. That's a +4 harbor. And I'm not sure if I built a... do I go ahead and... I think I'll go ahead and buy a granary in here. Once it grows to 2 population, then I'll buy a granary in there. Actually, you know what? There's no point in waiting because the granary also provides food. So let's just buy it. It's off water. It'll never be on water. So it really needs the help. Okay, we've almost got these cities down. I think once I settle these next couple cities, that'll probably be a good place to have a natural breakpoint in the video. Now that I think about it, I could settle on the silk and give me another thing to trade to the AI. And But that means I have to build the districts over here, which wouldn't be so bad. Like, what other things would I... Now that I'm here, I might just settle this on the silk. It does look a little stronger because I get next to those wheat tiles. I can get that farm triangle. And then I just build a commercial hub here or something like that. Or maybe even a campus and then a harbor here. All right, we'll do that. This horse is waiting for that other horse to be made. We might actually make one more horsey. I need to bring this archer home. That's what happened, is that I couldn't pass through her borders. She's still upset. Is this just never going to go away? Well, I kind of like having peace with my neighbors, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Scotland would be upset with me. Good thing is we're not letting her to get too far ahead in science. But I'm going to have to just be paranoid on this front, and I'm going to have to build walls, and it's going to slow me down. How are we doing on the aid request? She's actually not working towards it either. So maybe I could eke out a win there, especially if I start saving up my gold for it. I will want to buy at least a granary in here to help the city grow with housing. And probably a builder as well. But that means I don't commit gold to this aid request. Maybe I just produce a builder out of the capital and then send that builder up there. 4 turns. Why did I move Pingala again? I moved Pingala because I wanted to start taking advantage of grants, which means that I need my districts in place. So, which means I need to build this, yeah, what does the oracle do again? I know it gives you great person points, but I don't remember whether it gives you raw great person points or whether it increases. Districts in the city provide +2 great person points of their type, so I really need to get this theater square down. That's the best thing I can do for this empire. Down the city. Put this harbor in place. Fortify. And purchase a builder. Wait for feudalism, then purchase a builder. And then start contributing gold to that project. I like that plan. Okay, I'm gonna get a bop on this recon unit. See if I can get him before he gets back to the camp. I'm gonna promote Pingala for grants while I'm here, while I'm thinking about it. Okay, and I think that's gonna do it for this video. Actually, let's go one more turn. Oh no, I meant to settle it there. Okay, we'll do 2 more turns. There's a flood. That's fine. It makes those tiles better. Well, one of the main compelling reasons to settle that on the right side of the river is that... Okay, so now we're going to take a shot against this crossbow, but that's okay. We'll just back up with our horse if we need to. I now feel more comfortable settling this city because I have military in the area. And... do I go ahead and work on our harbor in here? I think I could just go ahead and get a granary to make sure that I have good loyalty here, make sure I have good defensible cities. The settler can start crossing this river. Let's ask her for open borders. That will actually also improve our relationship with her. Oh, she's denounced me, so I can't. Never mind. That's why I can't get this archer home, is that she's just being a jerk. She took my land early, and then she got mad when I took it back. Oh god. Okay. We're backing up. Let's move this horse in. Okay, apprenticeship is ready for a boost, so let's actually move away. Let's actually move towards engineering, I think. Well, it'll take me so long to actually get these mines that maybe it's worth the 4 turns to get that extra production. I don't think it is. I think I have to boost it. Let's found the city here. And we'll plop down a harbor. And I think we build a... Well, we're on the water, so we don't have to worry about it. Let's just build the harbor first. It'll take our energy before it gets productive. I need to grow towards those horses. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.